G'day folks, Jim Langens here from FX Charts with the currency outlook for the Finance News Network for Thursday the 11th of October. Well, markets have remained a little bit heavy today following the gloomy report on global growth from the IMF the previous day. Equities have all headed a little bit lower, but the currencies actually have remained fairly mixed and confined to the ranges of the previous session. Spain and Greece, of course, remain pretty much in the centre of focus, and I don't think we're likely to see too much volatility in the currency markets, well, the euro at least, while this continues. And we've got the ECB summit on October the 18th, so we may well see some guidance from that, but until then I don't think we're going to see an awful lot from the euro, and it's just going to drift around, I think, not too far away from 130. Today it's been a little bit heavy. It got down to 128.35, but it's bounced back a little bit during the New York session. It's currently at about 128.90, although it looks a little bit soft going into the New York close. It's just drifting off a little bit at the moment. It's about 128.75. Dollar yen looks a little bit heavy, but it's above 78. It's traded a tight range today. It's 78.15 at the moment. Cables hang around 160, and dollar Swiss is at 93.85. The Aussie, that's at 102.30. It's been up to 102.60 overnight. There was good selling on the Euro-Aussie cross. That supported the Aussie a little bit. That's been unwinding some positions taken over the last couple of weeks where the Euro's headed a fair bit higher, but we've seen some profit taking today. So we got the Aussie up to 102.60. It's back now up to 102.30, and wouldn't expect too much action really this morning, but later on we get the local unemployment data, which is expected to show a creation of about 5,000 jobs, but the unemployment rate rising to 5.3%. So that's going to give us a bit of a guide as to the RBA's thinking at the next board meeting on November the 6th, I think it is. Elsewhere, we've got the Kiwi at 81.70. That's had a fairly quiet day, and it's traded at 50-point range, but it'll inevitably be dragged around by the Aussie later on. And of course, if the unemployment number's disappointing, the Aussie will head back below 102 and take the Kiwi down a little bit with it. That's probably about it. So we've also got Chinese new loans today to business and consumer sector. So that'll give us a bit of a clue as to where the Chinese economy's headed, and whether, if it's still soft, that'll add further pressure to the Aussie. But until then, I think it's going to be fairly quiet. As I say, it's sort of 102.30. Later on in the day, we've got the German CPI, we've got the ECB monthly report, and then later on in the session, we've got US jobless claims. So that might give us a bit of volatility later on, but as I say, I think ultimately the currencies will probably remain fairly close to where they currently are, except for with the maybe the Aussie sees a bit of direction from the data later on. That's about it really for the moment, though. If you do want a more comprehensive report on the markets, go to the website as usual, www.fxcharts.com.au. And that aside, please just remember that any outlook mentioned here is a personal view only, not intended to be used as trading advice. So that's all from today. Have a very good one, and talk to you tomorrow. Cheers.